Today's practice, we will do a lot of work with our arms overhead. So getting our nervous system and our fascia used to articulating this overhead motion with our arms. We'll also get into opening up the backside of our shoulders and our sides. I'm in love with this practice. So let's begin with our strap. You can make a long loop with that. Hold that overhead and just check out how your rib basket arranges when you take your arms overhead. For many of us, we're going to come forward with our ribs and shorten our back body. So as if your rib cage was a lampshade shining a light directly down onto your pelvic floor. Bring that a little more into alignment. You might even soften your knees. Let your pelvis get a bit more neutral and see if you can keep that alignment as you do a little movement side to side. So you can start with your elbows a little bit bent, depending on how the fascia feels in your elbows today. And you can work towards straightening them a little bit more as you move into that overhead reach. Another thing you can play with is a little up and down of your shoulders, your shoulder blades on your back, elevation and depression, without changing that alignment of your rib basket. So you might go for 5, 4, straight arms if you can, 3, 2, and 1. And let's do a bit of an around the world. So making that halo, pull a little bit in between your strap. You can really make any movements here, but keeping your arms over your head and working with the circular action of your rib cage around your center, moving around your center. Noticing if your neck is wanting to help out, and see if you can soften your neck, right? Maybe let your jaw get a bit more gooey. Your breath get a little longer. And let's go up here. Take your right arm alongside your ear. Go straight as you can there. Take your left arm behind you, opening up your pectoral. Reach up with your top arm, pull down with your back arm, and try not to lose the containment of your front. For a breath in. And a breath out. Switch, left arm up over your ear, beside your ear, right arm back. Opening the front right chest, go up with your top arm, down with your back arm. Contain the front body, lift the back body, your breath in, your breath out. All the way up there, and let your hands float down. Let your shoulders lift up around your ears. Let them drop. Go back and up with them. Let them drop. Okay, let's let that strap come back up. So you can adjust by making it a little bit closer distance between your hands. That's going to be more intense. Wider is going to be a little softer. Start with a little elbow bend here. Contain your front ribs and go a little bit back with a little elbow bend and then forwards. And you can even kind of somersault forwards in that. See if that feels good. Up and back with a little elbow bend and forwards. Let's go for 5, 4, with your breath, 3. I feel like the inhale is really natural in this expansive opening movement for the front of the chest, but you can explore with your breath, 2. And 1, somersault forwards, let that come down. This time let's get into some shoulder rolls. So really articulating your shoulder blades forwards, up, together at the back and down. Take your chin to your chest, roll your right ear over your right shoulder. So nice. Left ear over your left shoulder. And you might be inspired to make a big circle there. And switch directions. I'm always like tender with those little crunchies in there. All right, head over chest. Nice, arms back up. Find that lampshade light directly down onto your pelvic floor. And then up and back with straighter arms, maybe back behind you, all the way up and back down. So as you come back down here, you might get a little round And you can lift your top ribs as you take your strap behind you, but try not to thrust your bottom rib cage forward so that contracts a little more into your low back. Try to lift a little more through the top 3 ribs on that backward movement. And again, if you want it more intense, just put less space in between your hands and straighten your arms a little bit more. Let's go for 5. 4. You can elevate your shoulders here on the up movement. Lift your shoulder blades a little bit. 3, 2. And you can really widen through your strap if you need to, even take the loop apart. And 1. Take it down, check to see if your light is shining on your pelvic floor a little bit there, and then give your shoulders another little roll forwards, articulating. That sliding and gliding motion is lotion for your shoulder blades on your back.